BTB Kicks here, and today we have another restoration on our hands. We're going to be restoring a pair of UNC Jordan 4's today, and this is probably one of the more difficult shoes that people try to restore but then end up messing up their entire shoe. So I figured, why not do these? I had a customer that dropped them off. He wanted them done ASAP. So what we're going to be doing to these shoes today is an Icing Deluxe clean on rubber soles, which is basically a clean on these top to bottom, inside and out, not including the insole. And then we're going to ice the gray as well as like on the toe and the heel, and then like the forefoot on the bottom where it's like white. We're gonna basically get that back to how it looked when it basically came brand new. It says all suede shoe, so it's gonna be difficult, and it's a color suede shoe, which makes it even more difficult, but we're BTB Kicks, so we're gonna get it done. Before we hop into the video, go ahead, drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Follow us on Instagram at BTB_Kicks. And definitely shoot us a message if you need your shoes restored. Brand new customers get 50% off their entire first order. Without further ado, let's get into this restoration. First thing we do is just put the shoe tree in it. So I have the extendo. These are size 12, so these are gonna be a little bit bigger. All right, so that's in there. And we wanna take out the laces because I wanna dry clean the suede first. As far as cleaning suede goes, it's always best to dry clean it first because that helps prevent any dirt from seeping into the material later on when you actually clean it with sneaker cleaning solution and water. So what I plan on doing to these, since they look kind of dusty, is I'm gonna brush them with a dry brush first, all in one direction, just to get the suede kind of primed to be clean later on, and it helps it later on as well. So now that we have this out, I'm gonna put these laces to the side. And as a heads up, I'm only gonna be doing one shoe on camera. Other one I'll do off camera. This is the right shoe. So I'm just gonna hop immediately in. I have these two things that I'm using. Like I said before, a dry brush and then a suede eraser. We're gonna start brushing in one direction all around. So, and all the products that I'm using in this video will be linked in the description down below. Fold these areas back. It's all about the details. Even here as well. And pretty much these are good to go to be cleaned with the suede eraser now. Already they're looking a lot better, but we still have a lot to go with these. So we're gonna dive in with the Crep Protect suede eraser bar. I just bought this and trying it out. I've been using it as a recent this week, and it's actually pretty good. I like it a lot. So basically we're gonna keep doing this, and what you wanna do for this is just erase all the suede, or at least the areas that you see blemishes on. That way, like I said, you get the suede kind of ready to go and as clean as possible before we actually add sneaker cleaning solution to the material. And then I know you all see some of like this dust and debris left behind from the eraser. Don't worry, once we finish erasing, I'm basically gonna brush all that off again with the other brush in one direction to kind of make sure everything's clean before we go in with the water and solution. Cool, cool. Now we're good to brush it out one more time. While these aren't all the way clean just yet, this is a good start. So when we use the cleaning solution and water, these clean up quite a bit better. But just looking at them right now, they already look kind of better. So now we're gonna move forward and get ready for the actual clean. If you all aren't erasing your suede and getting piles like this afterwards, you definitely aren't doing it right. Especially look at my shirt. All right, y'all, so we're back. We're about to clean these up. As you can see, I put my gloves on, and it's time to get down to business. So we've already dry erased these, got them ready to go. Now we just have to do the cleaning. So let me put some water in there. All right, put that back down. And then today's cleaning solution that I'm gonna be using is Crep, the Cure by Crep. Like I said before in the previous videos, top of the line. Like this is probably my favorite cleaner at the moment. Has a great fragrance, smells like bubblegum. Yeah, and it's actually very easy on the skin. Doesn't leave it dry, but I'm putting this hot sauce in there. Just the way it comes out, it's like hot sauce, bro. So first things first, I always use the soft bristle brush when it comes to cleaning suede first, or pretty much any shoe, just to break down the dirt, create suds, and get in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dip this in there, let the water run off, shake, 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 and we do that just because we don't want to oversaturate the suede and cause bleeding, all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna dive right in. Small light circles, kind of letting the brush do most of the work. I'm not putting any crazy pressure on this brush, so the bristles do the thing to these. And I pretty much do this until I feel that the brush doesn't have any more suds on it. Then I go back in, and then we just let the brush do the work. Cool. Now we need a towel to pat this down, because when the suede is wet, you don't want it to stay wet for too long. So we pat it down just to help maintain some of that color. Help retain the color, I mean. It'll also help the suede dry faster and easier. All right, so what we're doing right now is we're setting up the station to clean the bottoms, because I really should have cleaned these in reverse, which I normally do, but like I can do it either way just because I know I've cleaned so many of these. But usually I lay down towels, put them like this, then clean the bottoms. That way it catches any of the wetness so it doesn't drip back onto the uppers and have to clean them again, but it'll be okay. As you all can see, they're very black, and yeah, it's just all black on the bottom. But we're gonna get these cleaned up. So basically, first things first with these, I usually like to clean out the bottom. So right now I'm gonna be using a cuticle pusher just to kind of see if there's anything caught between the grooves, whether it be dirt, rocks, whatever. Just checking some of these areas and grooves out, and we're pretty much good to go. I don't see anything. These are pretty clean otherwise. So usually how I like to dive in and clean the bottoms, I always grab a stiff bristle brush, dip that in there, and just get a light scrub going. Just enough to break down the dirt on the bottoms. Boom. And then I like to go in with the mechanical. One of my favorite things. Dip that in the solution, let it drip a little bit, and then this does pretty good for the most part, but there's some areas like around this part that I think the drill is not abrasive enough to really hit. So you can see there's still like dirt there. And that's when I like to use my wire tip bristle brush. And that one's like the most abrasive. I only use it on the bottoms. So I dip that in there. And as you can see, with a little bit of scrubbing, it gets all of those black marks off. If I wipe that again, you'll see like all those marks gone. So we're gonna dip that back in there, hit some of these other parts, especially around like the sides. And these don't tend to last like too long, so I always get like a bunch of them when I order them, just that way I can keep them in rotation. Now we're just basically gonna do the same thing to this area on the stars, dip that in there. And then this should be good. Wipe this down. And then we're gonna get the remainder of the suds out of the shoe using another one of my favorite tools in the shop, which is the steam gun. So I use this a lot of the time just to clean off the bottom so I can see all the stuff and see what I missed. See, it's getting rid of the suds. And then I give it one more good wipe. And we're pretty much good to go. That's good. And then I remember I still have to hit the sock liner on these as well. So that's like all of this and around the rim of the shoe. So gonna use a soft bristle brush, dip that in there. Cool. I'm just wipe that all out. Take the shoe tree out. And then we're gonna put these in the icebox room under the fan to dry. All right, so while those shoes are in there drying, I have the laces still. So usually how I like to clean the laces is I dip them in the solution. Then I just work them in my hands till they get sudsy. And then if they're a little bit dirtier, I'll take like a soft bristle, dip that in there, scrub them in my hands, and then I'll just go rinse them out in the sink. So that's pretty much all you really have to do to keep your laces clean. Okay, so now that the shoes are completely dry, as you all can see, they do look a little crusty, but I'm not gonna re-nap them just yet, just because we still have to ice the bottom. So as you all can see, they're a lot cleaner than when we started, but there still is a yellow hue on the white and the gray, and a little bit on the blue. So what we're gonna do is we're going to ice these, or ice the these portions of the shoes, and then leave them in the ice box basically overnight, and then in the morning when we come back, these should be back to what they used to be. So when we ice shoes, I like to use So Bright by Angelus. It gets the job done, nothing too crazy. And then I have the Glad saran wrap. Take out a sheet of this, boom, set that there. Have my little paintbrush. I dip it in the solution, or the So Bright. I just apply it. And then just spread it out all in that area. Dip that back in there. Then hit that blue a little bit. Put the gray first, a little bit of the blue. And it's okay if it touches some of the other areas, as long as it's not like super clumped up. It's cool. So like you see, it's on the black a little bit. That's not an issue at all. All right, then we're just gonna hit this last part on the toe. And then, boom, we're good to go. So now to basically get these ready for the ice box, we put them back onto the saran wrap. And we fold up, fold it over once, fold it over twice, and then I have some tape that I use to hold it down. Go to the back now, bring that up, pinch it at the top, twist. Then one more piece of tape. And that's pretty much it. We just pat that down, nice and tight. Now we're just gonna put them back into the ice box, and then we will see you all in 12 hours. So, see y'all then. It is now the next day, and we're gonna take these out. So I'm just gonna take the right one out for now. Well, actually, I'll take both. As you all can see, these came out really good. Like the gray is back, the white is even whiter. It just looks way better, way better, way better. So basically all we have to do now is remove this saran wrap, clean off the area where we put the So Bright, and then we're gonna be re-napping the suede, reconditioning the suede, and then that'll be a wrap. So let's clean this off. Dip that in there. I'm gonna try my best not to get the uppers wet. Customer actually called about these this morning. We actually have to get these back to him today. Cool. I just need a towel to get this off. I will say the suede looks a little crusty right now, but once we re-nap it and get it looking right, it'll be good. So we have some extra suds as well on the bottoms. Want to make sure all that's out. Cool. Yeah, so this is basically the last step. I have this crepe suede brush and I guess spray, but I'm not gonna spray it. I'm just gonna re-nap it using these different grooves and whatnot, bristles, silicone, and then I'm gonna use Angelus mink oil to recondition the suede. And then let me see, I have one more thing. Where is it at? All right, so I got the horsehair brush. That's the last thing. So, okay, we're basically gonna go in and use these bristles to make the suede like move again to the touch, because right now it's kind of crusty. So we're just gonna go across all of the suede. And you can see already it's starting to make the suede alive again. All right, so these are pretty much back to life, as you all can see. Actually, let me hit this one more spot on both sides. Cool. As you all can see, these are pretty much back to life. You can see these are a lot lighter than before. And the finishing touch that I'm gonna do to these is add back the volume from the mink. So we're gonna do a generous amount of mink to these. Mink is gonna recondition this material. And now we're gonna take the horsehair bristle brush and just massage that into the material. All right. And now we just have to put the laces back in and then we'll be done. All right, y'all, so the shoes are now complete, fully complete. They look a lot better than when we started, as you all can see. Sides, all that, back. And then as a recap, what we did to these is basically we did a Icing Deluxe clean on rubber soles, which is basically a top to bottom, inside out clean. Only thing we don't clean with that is the actual insole. That's an add-on. And then we iced the bottoms to get them basically as close to brand new as possible. If you like this video, do me a favor. Like the video, actually, like press that button for me. Turn on the post notifications, hit that bell, wherever it is up here. And yeah, subscribe, most of all. We're trying to get to, well, I might as well start a new road to. Let's do a road to 10K. Like we're at, I think, 2.5K right now. Road to 10K, let's see if we can get there by the end of the year. I think it's very possible, but hope y'all enjoy this video. Shoot me a message on Instagram if you need your shoes restored. We take out-of-state customers, all that good stuff, and hope to see you all in the next one.